When making Arduino projects, we usually need a display and there are many options to choose from. I've bought a lot of the cheapest displays I could find on eBay and I want to give my recommendations for the best displays out there. This video is sponsored by JLC PCB, where you can order your own PCB starting with $2 and currently with free shipping. There are a few things that I look for when choosing a display, and my selection is based on these requirements. A lot depends on the library, so I had to try many libraries to find the best one for each display. To start with, it should be easy to use with a clear way to print shapes and text. It's common to find libraries that require clearing the previous text before refreshing it, and that causes the text to flicker, which in my opinion is not acceptable. Also, it should use as few I/O pins as possible. And the refresh rate should be fairly high. Obviously, there are other things to consider for particular projects, like having low power consumption for projects that run on batteries, but anyway, these are the features that I consider when selecting my top 5 displays. In order of low price and easy to use, first is the OLED 0.96-inch square-C with the SSD 1306 driver. Right now it costs less than $3 on eBay from China with free shipping, and you can find them in different colors like white and blue and other sizes. It's a good display for beginners because it only requires 4 connections including the power and is very easy to use. The downside is that you can't control the brightness, it's not that great under direct sunlight, and it produces a high-pitched noise that for the most part you won't notice, but if you put your ear next to it you can clearly hear it. I'm not sure why it happens, but you can reduce the noise by powering the display with 3.3 volts. In my opinion, it's not a big problem, so I still recommend it. Second is the display known as the Nokia 5110, which is even a bit cheaper than the OLED. But it uses 5 I/O pins and that's why I don't like it as much. But for some projects it's excellent because you can read it under direct sunlight, and without the backlight it uses very little power, making it a great choice when using batteries. You can find the display with different backlight colors, and there are also differences between modules. If you can, I recommend this one because I find it to have the brightest backlight and the best contrast, but what you get is more luck than anything. By the way, I usually build adapters for my displays to facilitate the connections to an Arduino Nano and the breadboard. If you want, you can take that idea and build your own. Anyway, in third we have the 1.8-inch TFT color display with the ST7735 driver. I found a few modules for this display, but this one is my favorite for simplicity and has an even backlight. The next on my list is the 2.4-inch TFT color display with the ILI9341 driver. And since it can work with the UCG library that I also use for the other displays, it's very simple to use. It has the same pros and cons of the previous display I mentioned, but this one is better for those projects that require a bigger screen and resolution. But if you want a higher refresh rate and more complicated graphics, there's the Next-Gen display that has touchscreen capability, and because it has its own CPU, it's very fast compared to conventional displays and facilitates the creation of complex graphics and buttons with the Next-Gen editor. It uses serial communication requiring only 2 I/O pins, and you can choose from a variety of sizes to suit your needs. The only issue is that it's considerably more expensive than the other displays. This 2.4-inch display is usually enough, but I prefer the 3.5-inch enhanced version because it has an even faster CPU and has more memory. So those are my favorite displays, and I hope it helps you choosing which display to buy for your next project. I have video tutorials for each of these displays, so if you're interested, the links are on the description. Good luck and bye bye!